Yo, it's Just Boxing. I'm back again. Want to talk a little bit about Sergey Kovalev assault charges he has against him. Because it's just been a whole lot of people talking about Antonio Brown, about his allegations and stuff, but it's doesn't ESPN is not reporting about Sergey Kovalev, and he fights on their network. Let me get to the article. Nice article by Fight Sports. And it reads: Sergey Kovalev has found himself in legal trouble due to a felony assault charge stemming from a June 2018 arrest. And this is back in June of 2018. Kovalev was arrested last summer due to an incident that occurred in Big Bear Lake, California, after being accused of punching a woman in the face. Listen now. Punching a woman in the face. That's last summer, which was 2017. This report is from 2018. Kovalev was released on $50,000 bail, according to San Bernardino County online court records. Kovalev pleaded not guilty this past August when he was charged with assault likely to cause great bodily injury. According to reports, Kovalev was said to have met a woman at a party, and after she rejected his advances, he allegedly punched her, which resulted in the woman suffering a broken nose, a concussion, and a displaced disc in her neck. See, and what I didn't like, that word allegedly. But listen, but he allegedly punched her. But the woman suffering from a broken nose, a concussion, and a displaced disc in her neck. So Kovalev is due back in the court for a preliminary hearing on March 14 and could face a maximum of 4 years. Now, in an update from TMZ, the alleged victim, Jamie Fraud's, claimed in court documents that at one point Kovalev pinned her to the couch with his hands on either her side or her shoulders. Front claimed her dog attempted to intervene, causing the boxer to shove the dog away, and he kicked it in the chest. While tending to her dog, the alleged victim claimed Kovalev turned to her and punched her with full force directly in the face one time with a closed fist. Now, with all the Me Too movement that's going on today, with all the PETA, with they marching and protesting and all that stuff, don't you know Michael Vick spent 2 years in prison for this type of stuff, allegedly fighting dogs? Now this man and kicked the dog. I haven't heard PETA respond. I haven't heard any of the Me Too movement, the feminist groups or anything protesting this here. But guess what you wanna know what they did? ESPN and FS1 and all these other sports channels put Antonio Brown, and they cycled to make sure they talked about him, get his face, his black face splattered across all their television shows, all on social media. Make sure they put everything out about sexual assault, rape, all this. They pushed that agenda. But they did not do the same thing for this man after all the stuff that he has done. I'm talking about Sergey Kovalev. I'd like to give a shout out to 78 Sports TV for talking about it. I'd like to give a shout out to Black Fight Fan for talking about it. Shout out to the LDBC. So this article is saying while the victim was tending to her dog, Sergey turned to her and punched her with full force directly in the face one time with a closed fist. Now, in her suit, the victim claims that they were in the emergency room for treatment for a broken nose, head injuries, and concussion. She also suffered severe back and neck injuries. Kovalev, a former world champion, is currently scheduled to face Elder Alvarez in a rematch, which he won for the WBO light heavyweight title, the main event of a boxing card at the Star in Frisco, Texas on February 2nd. According to reports, the fight is still happening, joining 2 other world title fights also scheduled for the event. Now, isn't it something? He was allowed to continue with his career. Now here's another one. Oh, it gets better. Oh yeah, it gets better. I want to talk a little bit about this one here now. This guy here, bro. Okay, so now Kovalev court date. He has a court date coming up, and it's set after the Canelo fight. So Sergey Kovalev has plenty of time to prepare not only for his November 2nd light heavyweight title fight against Canelo Alvarez, but also his return to court on assault charges. On Wednesday, it was revealed that Kovalev would stand for charges of felony assault by means of force likely to cause greatly bodily injury on November 25th in Superior Court of California, San Bernardino County. The alleged victim has filed criminal and $8 million civil charge against Kovalev, and I hope she get every penny of it. And I hope he goes to jail. Who was alleged to have followed her to a cabin. He followed her, stalked her to a cabin with an associate where the woman suffered a broken nose, a concussion, as well as a displaced disc in her neck due to a punch to the face. See, the incident, which took place in 2018, only came to light earlier this year. You see what I'm saying? You see how they do that to certain people. See, black athletes don't get that, because if they do something, trust me, it's being reported, and every media outlet is going to pick up on it, and they're going to splatter their face all over the news, and then they're going to darken their pictures, then they're going to call them rapists, call them all type of stuff, just like Greeny did Antonio Brown on his ESPN show, Get Up or Get Out, whatever the crap that is. But not one time he said anything about Sergey Kovalev. Listen what it said. It said the incident, which took place in 2018, only came to light earlier this year, when TMZ Sports broke the story before his rematch with Alvarez. We conducted a preliminary hearing on April 4th, 2019, where Mr. Kovalev was held to answer, meaning a judge determined that there was sufficient evidence for the case to proceed to trial. So Jason Lizzo, lead deputy district attorney for San Bernardino County, told BoxingScene.com Mr. Kovalev is charged with California Penal Code Section 245A4 as a felony, which has a maximum punishment of 4 years in state prison. A hearing was held on October 3rd when Kovalev and his defense attorney, Dimitri Gorin, were both present for the hearing, where the judge, Dwight W. Moore, ordered the November 25th trial by jury with a pre-trial date set for November 18th. This is ridiculous, bro. And I made a mistake earlier. I said 2017. Please forgive me. This is ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, man, that he gets away with this. right now as we speak, Antonio Brown is out of the NFL. And Roger Goodell has sent out a memo to all the teams telling them that if you do sign Antonio Brown, you're taking a risk of him being on the commissioner exempt list, meaning he will be suspended out the league until a full investigation has occurred. So he is scaring away teams, deterring the teams from picking him up. But Sergey Kovalev is getting ready to make between $9 to $15 million to fight Canelo Alvarez in November 2nd. This is America. See, because a black man is guilty. See, Antonio Brown is guilty in the public eye. But TMZ said they just broke this story not too long ago. They said they broke this story in April? Well, no. Before his rematch with Alvarez. So that was earlier this year. This is incredible, bro. But this is how it is. So I hope he go to jail, because they said they have great evidence. The evidence is stacked up against him. So I hope he do the time. But more than likely he'll get off, because they always do. It's Just Boxing. Don't forget to press the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that bell icon so you get all notifications. Shout out to the LDBC, and I'm out. Peace.